So my story in terms of sexuality is very linked to my story of faith. I grew up going to church, so I always believed that there was a good God, that he loved me, but that never really affected my life Monday through Saturday. I hit my teen years and started to think maybe I did want the relationship with Jesus that I was seeing in other people around me, that I was seeing maybe I could have and that I didn't have. But when I was 16, I started dating one of my female friends. And so I had all these questions about how to deal with this conflict between these relationships. How could I have the relationship with Jesus that I wanted when he seemed to have some things to say about my relationship with my girlfriend that weren't great? And that was really difficult. I was really angry about that for a long time. I had a lot of questions. I had a lot of doubts. It felt very unfair. It felt like Jesus was asking something of me that he wasn't asking of other people. And so it took me a long time to work through all of those things. And what really helped me was getting to know Jesus better, because that really was the central conflict for me. It was this question of, is following Jesus actually worth it? Is following him worth giving up this relationship? Is following him worth surrendering my whole life, my whole sexuality, everything? And the more I got to know him, the more I got to see that Jesus is actually worth it. Being loved by Jesus is better than being loved by anybody else. And having Jesus is worth giving up absolutely everything else. And so as I came to see that, my relationship with my girlfriend was also ending. And from that point, I decided, right, okay, that's what I'm going to do. That's what my life is going to be. I'm going to be someone who follows Jesus. And that hasn't been perfect. I've made mistakes in many areas since then, but that's been the direction that my life has been heading. There's a Christian theologian who's very dead called Augustine, and he has this great quote that our hearts are restless until they find their rest in God. And that was definitely my experience. I was made for God, and I am not satisfied, I'm not complete, I'm not really myself unless I am with him, in relationship with him that I was designed to be in.